Imagine a small African nation standing firm against the relentless tide of global corporate power. No trillion-dollar lobbyists, no Wall Street backing, no IMF safety net, just people, resources, and a decision. How does a country like Burkina Faso, often ignored, underestimated, and written off, manage to resist exploitation when so many others collapse under pressure? Today, we're diving deep into something rarely discussed openly, a strategy some call dangerous, others call impossible. But on the ground, it's already happening. This is the Traoré Blueprint, a model redefining sovereignty in the 21st century. And if history teaches us anything, systems don't like being challenged. For decades, Burkina Faso followed a familiar script. Foreign corporations extracted gold, profits flowed outward, the people stayed poor. Burkina Faso was rich in resources, especially gold, yet ranked among the poorest nations on earth. That contradiction isn't accidental, it's structural. Then came Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Young, direct, unapologetic. He didn't campaign on pleasing investors. He didn't promise comfort to foreign interests. His message was simple. Burkina Faso's resources must benefit Burkinabe people first. No middlemen, no excuses. From day one, the mandate was clear. Reclaim sovereignty, fast. Then came the shockwave. Burkina Faso rewrote its mining code, not cosmetic changes, structural ones. The state increased its ownership stake in mining operations. Foreign companies were told, you don't just extract, you process locally. That means jobs, skills transfer, value stays inside the country. For decades, gold left Burkina Faso raw, only to return as finished products priced beyond reach. That system ended. Predictably, corporate pushback followed. Warnings, pressure, narratives about investment risk. But here's the truth they don't advertise. When profits shrink, they call it instability. When sovereignty rises, they call it dangerous. But for the first time, gold wealth started staying home. Control of resources isn't just underground, it's also in the soil. Burkina Faso pushed hard towards food sovereignty. Large-scale irrigation projects, support for local farmers, reduced reliance on imported food. Why does this matter? Because hunger is leverage. A country that can't feed itself can be pressured, sanctioned, or controlled. This leadership understood that. Food security equals political security. Farmers were no longer an afterthought. They became central to national strategy. Communities mobilized, local production increased, confidence followed. This wasn't charity, it was economic defense. No policy survives without popular support. And this is where Burkina Faso breaks the usual narrative. This isn't top-down rule, it's bottom-up backing. Civilians organize, communities volunteer, youth defend institutions, not because they're forced, but because they feel ownership. National pride returned. People began speaking differently. Our gold, our land, our future. That mindset is powerful and dangerous to external control, because once people feel ownership, they stop accepting exploitation is normal. Now, zoom out. China builds alternatives to Western financial systems. BRICS discuss trading outside the dollar. Resource-rich nations question old arrangements. Burkina Faso isn't isolated. It's early, but it's symbolic. If one country can renegotiate the rules, others will ask, why not us? That's why pressure intensifies. That's why narratives turn hostile. The challenge isn't resources, it's distribution. History proves this again and again. Distribution beats production, every time. Geography gives resources, politics decides control. Burkina Faso chose control. The Traoré blueprint isn't perfect, it isn't safe, it isn't guaranteed, but it's real. And in a world where power is enforced through money, control of resources is control of destiny. The question isn't whether Burkina Faso will face resistance. The question is, will others follow?